One more time for Didi. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You guys ready for my co-producer of the show? Start clapping for Danny Creighton.
Hi, thank you so much for coming. So I really want you all to like me because I finished working backstage at Fashion Week and it made me feel really unimportant, so I really need you all to like me. I am begging you. Yeah. Like, you know those quotes in your therapist's office like, oh, you matter, you have a place in the world. Well, being backstage at Fashion Week, your place is out of the way. And I thought it would be a great way to get discovered maybe by a casting agent or model scout. I even caught the attention of a photographer backstage. He was like, oh my gosh, who's that girl? Someone tell her to get out of my frame. And everyone backstage, but especially the junior people, get the least respect. Like one of the designers was shouting, intern, where's intern? Like not even where is the intern, just where is intern? So Elizabeth comes up, she's like, hi, I'm Elizabeth. And the designer's like, no, you're intern. Maybe with enough hard work, Elizabeth could get promoted to a more personal title. Like, what's her name? It's a better title. And another person's job, I saw another girl, her job was only to hold the back of a model's dress to keep it from dragging on the floor. I could just see the look in this girl's eyes like no, Susan, you didn't pay over $100,000 at an Ivy League to be the top of your class, but you love your job, you love your life! Yeah, and also, one of the designers at Fashion Week was only 15 years old, and this was her third Fashion Week. That means she was 12! I want to go cry in a hole. Yeah, so political correctness is a big concern nowadays, and you have to say the right things, right? So I lost my job recently, and so my parents naturally are concerned. My dad even said to me, Danielle, if it wasn't for us, you would be homeless right now. And I said, no, Dad, I wouldn't be homeless. I would be unhoused. So then he said, well, whatever you do, just please don't become a prostitute. So I said, Dad, I won't be a prostitute. I would be a sex worker. And then I suggested maybe I should cut off some of my hair, make a wig, sell it. And my dad said, do you really want to be bald? I said, Dad, I am so tired of this insensitivity. The correct term is follically challenged. Get it right. And on top of this, AI is replacing a lot of our jobs now, right? I'm sure you all know. Like replacing like bank teller jobs, cashiers, factory workers. And this didn't concern me until I heard that AI would be replacing stand-up comedians. Like taking someone else's job, hey, that's life, but taking my job, my only job, that is personal. Like what would this AI even say as a stand-up comedian? Like a priest, a rabbi, and a robot walk into a bar. The robot says, kill all humans, and then it does. All hail our leader, Mark Zuckerberg. Beep. Wow, where's the originality? Beep. Yeah. And yeah, just the Fashion Week, my job, and now this, it has raised my anxiety a lot. But thankfully, I've had a best friend who's helped me get through all my anxiety. Yeah, her name's Lexapro. My cats also help me with my anxiety. I have 2 cats, love them. And it's interesting, they have polar opposite identities. One cat is the sweetest little baby angel to grace the earth, and the other one is wanted for murder in 3 states. Like, if there was a lifeless body on the floor, my one cat would cuddle and purr and snuggle next to it, whereas the other cat is the one that probably put it there in the first place. And my cats, they have a great life. They get food and shelter and a 401k with benefits. Like, what more could they want? But the evil cat, he's so spoiled. He acts like a teenager going through puberty. He's like, I hate this family. I want to run away. But please have my food for me at 6 and a nice box to play with. Thank you. Yeah, he's something. I love dogs too, though. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs, especially Dalmatians. In fact, I once went out with a guy only because he had a Dalmatian. And then he broke up with me because he found out I only went out with him because he had a Dalmatian. Sometimes I still reach out to Domino on Facebook. I'm like, how are you doing? I miss you. And dogs are just so beautiful. I love dogs. I'm sure you've seen those videos where someone from the army comes home and they see their dog and the dog is freaking out, right? Well, you've probably never seen a video of a military person coming home to their cat. Because if that happened, the cat would look up at them and be like, oh, when did you leave? My cats do that to me constantly. So I wanted to give another cat a nice life, so I decided to go to an animal shelter to adopt one. So it was interesting with this animal shelter, the volunteers were explaining to me how all of the cats reminded them of someone famous. The first cat they showed me to was this blonde cat with these big pouty lips, and they said, this is our cat Jennifer Coolidge. I was just trying to imagine what Jennifer Coolidge would sound like if she could talk. Probably like, oh gosh, I want fancy feast real bad. Oh, is that a cage? Oh no, it's the Benson trap. My humans, they're trying to spay me. The next cat they showed me to was this light brown cat with some blondes in it. And this cat they called Leonardo DiCaprio. Their name, not mine. And I said, why do you call him Leonardo DiCaprio? And they said, oh, because he only goes out with the kittens. Finally, the last cat they showed me to, who hasn't been adopted for some time, his name is Donald Trump. And I'm like, oh gosh, why is he named Donald Trump? And they said, oh, because he loves to grab all the pussies. I didn't go home with Donald Trump that day. Anyway, speaking of animals, I sound like one when I laugh. Oh, I sound like a seagull when I laugh. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it anyway for the people that didn't say anything. Okay, here it goes. Okay, now do it with me. Would you believe I've attracted seagulls at the beach? And I feel bad for them because I feel like they think it's a mating call. So, I make my beautiful noise, and the seagull's like, wow, that's the most beautiful noise I've ever heard. I must fly down and meet her. So he flies down, he sees me, and then he's like, your mating call doesn't match your profile? It doesn't matter to all of them. In fact, I'm going out with one next weekend. Because I can sound like a seagull and thus I can speak to seagulls, my friends think I can just talk to any bird. Like, oh, come on, that's insensitive. Like my friend the other day was like, it's a bird, talk to that bird. And I'm like, that is clearly a blue jay, you speciesist. Have some manners. But I can also sound like a dolphin, and I'm a girl of many talents. I can sound like a dolphin, and you may wonder, how did you figure this out? Well, I was talking with a friend about Elon Musk's recent baby's name, AEX, A-E-I-O-U, whatever, and they asked me, how do you think it's pronounced? So I said it probably sounds something like... Well, thank you. And on that note, thank you so much, and have a good night.